was so funny was like, I can't remember if it was you
And
or
I had
someone
the
else, but you
soda,
had the
too.
Coke. You had the Coke Zero. And you're like it's not too quiet. Like you
When's
did
a
it at an
good
okay
time?
time. But like in the opera house. Like, okay. like sometimes you would try to crunch. You're in your crunch, and I was like, bitch, I swear to God.
Yeah, so it's like,
was funny.
I'm so torn.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to Navigating the Break.
I thought we weren't doing the intro anymore.
Yeah, we don't have to. Cameron, what are you afraid of?
What am I afraid of?
Yeah, what's your biggest fear?
What am I afraid of? The biggest fear.
Yep.
My cat breaking the harpsichord that the camera's sitting on. I don't know if you saw that he reached in and went into the strings.
Yeah.
Biggest fear? Vocally or career?
Whatever.
Or, biggest fear ever?
I used to be afraid of clowns
Okay,
when I was little.
really?
Yeah, but now I love clowns.
Have you watched
I think
it?
they're cool. Yeah. I thought it was okay.
What about the new one?
I like the older one more than the newer one.
Okay,
I thought
but
it
you
was
saw the
okay.
new one.
It was like a nice Halloween movie.
Okay, he might actually break the harpsichord, so I'm gonna
Yeah, you
I'm gonna
can.
get him out of here.
Move them.
I think we got it. We're at that point. Okay, so you thought the new it was just okay.
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
Okay, I hear the child acting's really good in that.
Yeah, the kids were good, but it was like, I don't know, the book and the like older like miniseries just had more to it. Like this one was like a cool Halloween movie, and I think they were like did that come out before Stranger Things or after Stranger Things?
Around the same time.
Yeah, it was kind of like
It was like that
it
era
seemed like
of
it was
like
kind of
good
right
kid
on
acting.
that.
Yeah.
But
It was good. Everyone's like reposting their like 2016 stuff right now. Yeah, which like I do have to get on that.
have you did that recently, right? You posted some 2016 stuff, didn't you?
Somewhat, yeah. It was
Yeah.
like, but I think it was closer to like 2017, 2018, because it was like, I'm not 18 anymore. Like a lot of time has gone by or something. I don't remember the trend.
Interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, I
I guess that was 10 years ago. That's kind of crazy.
Shoot me.
Yeah.
What were we looking at from 2018? Oh, it was that post that I had
Yeah.
made. That was like 2018. And then I was like, oh, that wasn't too long ago. And then I was like, oh no, that was like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I started college 8 years ago.
Time flies when you're having
Oh,
fun.
Time flies when you're having fun. I'm having
Yeah.
fun.
I'm having
Whatever.
fun.
So you're scared of clowns?
I used to be, but
Okay.
I like them now.
You like them?
Maybe I'm going back to being scared of them. I don't know.
Character arc. That's fine.
But no, I like them. I like clowns.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
The fear's different. It's like now I'm afraid of the people behind the clowns. You know?
Wait, the way I kind of get it.
like what kind of person becomes a clown? You know, I thought it would be fun.
Well,
for a
actually,
while.
you're bringing up a very interesting topic because I had an era maybe like 6 months ago where I kind of deep dove into clowning and like
Yeah.
what it means to become a clown and like
Yeah.
what you're up to. And I actually really think clowning is interesting as like the antithesis of what opera is at this moment.
Interesting.
It's the complete opposite, and I find that so interesting. I was like, I wonder if there's a way to marry those two worlds in a way that's like entertaining.
Yeah.
Not that I would ever become a clown, or
Yeah.
I'm saying that now. Who knows what my midlife crisis is going to bring? But like,
No, yeah.
but
that'd be great.
it is interesting as a concept of like the forced letting go of like you intentionally make yourself look silly and bad for the sake of like audience processing, and like there is something healing
Yeah.
in clowning of like watching someone make themselves look
Yeah.
stupid and like being like hee hee ha ha about that. It does something to the psyche that I think is so
Yeah.
interesting
I've done a couple classes about stuff like that.
about clowning.
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, like shame and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like, you know, I had a magic phase though whenever I was in junior high.
really,
Yeah, I like did card tricks and stuff like that for my friends.
that's awesome.
It was fun. It was fun. And I wish that I like kind of kept it up cuz it was fun. Like it was
Yeah.
super fun. And now I think like like at the time, like I was younger, and at the time, this is like the era of Chris Angel. Do you remember Chris Angel
Walking on them spikes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the stuff.
I remember that on TV.
It's like post David Blaine was Chris Angel, so I
Yeah.
watched like Chris Angel Mind Freak, and was
And
just
you
like
went, that's
blown
fierce.
away.
Mind freak.
Mind freak.
Yeah.
Mind Freak. Yeah, but I
Yes.
loved it. So I was like watching YouTube videos, and like I had like decks of cards and stuff that I play with. So that's why I can
awesome.
shuffle well now,
Fierce.
and I could cheat, but I don't.
Thank you.
Have we played card games together?
No.
We haven't.
No.
Oh, you read.
I read your
read
cards.
My
Oracle.
Oracle cards.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
This podcast has had an
Good
oracle
stuff.
reading.
Yeah. What did we get? What was-
Ideation.
Ideation.
We pulled one card and it was ideation. It was very
Yeah.
interesting. It was like a good card. It was fine. But like, well, there are no bad cards.
We'll see what that means.
There are no bad cards. Yeah, we'll see what that means. It's fine. I think it's good. But anyways, no, like, I don't think we've ever played card games. We've played Scrabble. We've played Sorry.
Yeah.
My grandma used to play
I guess
cards.
Sorry has cards.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
but
would
it's
shuffle
like-
them there,
like-
but
yeah.
it wasn't like part of the game.
Yeah.
Well, it is, but it isn't.
Right.
I don't know. What kind of card games do you play? Like, I like Go Fish. That's all I really know. That and like the
My
drinking
family
games.
plays 5 Crowns.
I've never played that.
It's sort of like Rummy, I guess.
Okay. Fierce.
But it's like, yeah, it's very long. It's fun. It's just like, I'm not gonna explain a card game.
I'm not making you do
You
it.
draw a card and you try to get 3 of a kind, and you try to get a straight of the same set. And
Oh wow! Welcome, guys.
so
Glad we're
such
having
good
fun.
content. Now here's
you're
how
here.
you play.
I don't think we'd be here if that's what this pod was.
There's probably a podcast out there that's like teaches you how to play card games.
Maybe.
I'm sure
Maybe.
there is.
If that's you, comment down below.
If that's you.
If you have a podcast about how to play card games, comment down
Oh, that's
below.
funny.
Give us a call. Yeah, we still haven't posted the video where we're like, hey, give us a call. But give us a call.
Yeah.
Just a reminder that we are always there to hear your stuff.
That's right. We want to hear it.
We want to hear what is going on with you. And I'm
Yeah.
going to pull up what the heck our number is. And we're going to insert that.
Yeah.
Guys, the phone number, you should call it and leave us a voicemail. That number is going to be 224-423-5218.
224-423-5218. Leave us a voicemail.
Please do. Tell us what's going on in
Yeah.
your operatic life. Tell us if anything crazy happened. It doesn't even have to be crazy.
It doesn't have to be crazy.
Doesn't even got to be crazy. If you want us to speak on something,
Yeah.
we will speak on it.
Or if you have a hot take about a composer or something like that,
Yeah.
and you want to hear me disagree with you, call us about, call
that at
us
the end.
about anything.
Yeah.
If you got a crazy old lady up in your TikTok comment section,
Yep.
leave us a voicemail.
Yep.
If you got
Some
a crazy
people are
ass
so.
director that
Speaking
you
of
have to deal
things
with,
that we're scared
give
of,
us a call. Yeah.
some people are so hateful on the internet to the point where you don't
Yeah.
think it's like, how are you capable of
you
that?
not
How do
have
you
any
not clock
fear?
how do you not clock your own stuff of like, clearly I'm feeling so awful about my own life that I'm rubbing that off on other people on the internet?
No, exactly.
Who I don't know.
Exactly.
I just don't understand how anyone could be so okay with like spreading that negativity. It's crazy. And I know y'all relate when you see that. Because it really is just so nuts.
Did you see that Jacob Elordi thing that was like, what do you think we need more of as a culture? Shame. I think we need more shame.
Are you for real? He said that?
Yeah, but like I get it, Like maybe you don't need to be a dick on the internet. Maybe you
Yes.
don't need to post it all.
And that's what he meant by
I
that.
think so. Yeah. That's
Okay.
what I think. Yeah.
Okay. Because if I'm being
Yeah.
honest,
But it's like like those people like, do you have no fear that like the mob will come after you? And I guess you don't if you're
clearly,
yeah.
but
If you're TikTok famous, you've got no fears.
no fears. More fears if you're TikTok famous.
Crazy.
You have responsibility if you have a platform. But anyway, yeah, that's like how I feel about that. But
Very cool.
that's so interesting you bring up like, oh, like maybe people should have more shame. Like, I get what he's saying if it's in relation to that. Like, have some shame. Like,
That's the
don't do
way I
bad things that
understood it.
affect
Yeah,
people.
that's
However,
the way I
I think
understood
that shame and the buildup of shame sometimes is what leads people to being that way.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for sure.
sometimes
for
I'm like,
sure.
I think we
yeah,
need less
and insecurity.
shame.
Yeah,
Like, our whole society is built on shame and like,
Yeah.
here's what you should do, and then like everyone behaves a certain way in order to avoid shame, and sometimes that leads to like regretting life choices or like not feeling like you're living a life that's your own, or and then sometimes because they're pissed off they're not living a life that they actually want to be living.
Yeah.
They're like, and now I hate you and I'm going to say horrible things about you on the internet. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's certain things like that.
No, for sure. Yeah.
So I don't know. That's such an interesting topic.
Yeah.
Like, what dose of shame do we need and in what way? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I think the opera industry
Yeah.
is built on shame a lot of the time.
Interesting.
In some ways. That's like maybe a lofty or a heavy word to say, but like
Yeah.
sometimes I think the like you need to adhere to this, like, sure, have like technique that works for you, but like here's the vocal standard. If you don't meet that, then like
Yeah, well, and there's the like vocal stuff too. That's like it took me a long time to learn how to just like let it rip.
yeah, same.
You know, because
Yeah.
like we want to be quiet and
Yeah.
we don't want to make a loud noise, and there's a shame, and fear around that.
Yeah, and you have to work through that if you want to get anywhere.
Yeah, for
It's really
sure.
hard. I don't know. There's some ways in which it is not helpful, and you got to work through it.
Yeah,
I certainly didn't see any progress in my vocal technique till I worked through like de-shaming myself in some ways, like working through the parts of yourself. So, hey, welcome to the podcast. We're getting real lofty.
that's okay.
It's fine.
They're used to it. If they're still here at this point,
If you guys are still here, you get it. You're here on the ride with us.
yeah,
I didn't start to let it rip until probably the last like
and you really have to let it rip with the stuff that you sing.
yeah.
I mean, like.
I'm letting it rip
Like
on a
I
real
do,
thin edge of the
but
folds.
like, yeah, but you're like I asked you earlier, I was like, when you're singing like that high, does it even feel like singing? And you're like, no.
No. it don't feel like singing.
So interesting.
Yeah, it's insane. Controlled screaming in a way that's not forceful.
Yeah.
And keeping it light and fun. You gotta, God, the biggest thing I've learned is you gotta keep it fun.
You gotta keep it fun.
You gotta keep it fun, or else everything gets heavy and weighted, and
Yeah.
it's just not. Sorry to all my listeners. Just letting it rip into the microphone.
It's too funny.
Sorry, guys.
That's awesome.
Right. But like I really didn't. God, there's that corny ass topic of like shadow work and like working through the parts of yourself that you don't necessarily
yeah.
like, but you
Yeah.
have to work with them.
Interesting.
I think that's huge if you're going to do like acting or performing
Yeah.
of any kind, because you like your body and your like self is the instrument. Like, yeah, we say the voice is the instrument, but it's really us. And we have to be willing to channel whatever is coming up and work with it
Yeah.
for it to be good art that's actually cool to watch.
Yeah.
And so like you kind of got to work with the parts of yourself you don't like, or like even your own anxiety or your own like stage fright. Sometimes you got to channel her
Yeah.
and like still walk on stage and do it anyway.
Yeah.
Even if that's a part of yourself you don't like, you have to work with
No,
it.
that's so interesting, the connection of like singing and shadow work.
I
You
know.
I mean, like I don't
Whatever you call
know
it.
I don't know much about shadow work. I always thought that I should like try and do it because of the messed up nightmares that I have all the time, which I'm not going to talk about on the podcast.
Kane's chain reaction of nightmares.
my regular awful nightmares. But it's fine.
Don't worry about it.
But it's like, it's like those subconscious, like subconscious things that affect the way that we sing and the way that we make sounds that are 100%
So
psychological.
Interesting.
Not even, technical or
No.
I mean, it's all connected, but yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes like a teacher could be giving you
crazy.
exactly what you need to be hearing. I'll stand by this in my grad degree. Like there was a lot of really good stuff that my teacher was teaching me and giving me and feeding to me and trying to help me to get to feel. But I don't think there was any reality that I could have applied any of it until I worked through some of that garbage.
Yeah.
Of like, I think in grad school I had a lot of like musts or shoulds. Like I should be cooked by now. I must be a
Interesting.
quote unquote good
Yeah.
enough, quote unquote choosable singer by the time I graduate, or else I'm worthless compared to the other people in my class. And see, wow, like loaded statements. Like worthless is crazy. Like
Yeah.
also like detangling your identity of like being a singer from like yourself, like having it be your whole identity. It's gonna make you lock up because you want to control like everything
Yeah.
that comes with that if it's your whole thing.
Yeah.
You know?
That's one thing that helped me too about playing characters that like have no fear and have no shame.
Yeah.
Is like you kind of have to embody that. you
Yeah.
know?
Gotta pretend
and
until
that
you do it.
definitely, I mean, that definitely like was part of my like breaking through to, okay, this is how I can make a big old loud sound, because these characters that I'm playing, they don't have any fear or any shame about, being
Gotta
over
sing
the-
like a beast.
Yeah, being like taking up a lot of space. Whereas me,
Yeah.
like I don't think I'm a person that tries to take up a whole lot of space. Maybe I don't know. I think recently
You're polite.
I never thought about that. I always
care about
I
it.
always felt that way when I was younger. I think like as I've gotten older and gotten a little more confident, I'm like,
That's real.
you know,
I was the
especially
same
with
way.
people that I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, I was the same way for sure.
But-
It's like, okay, I need to take. That's also like, for my ladies out there, that's like a big thing of like, growing up a woman. I want to take up as little space as possible. I actually was talking to some of my best friends about this concept of like, oh wow, we're getting lofty again. But I saw a recent YouTube video. I have to look up the creator, but she's got bright pink hair. I know some of you guys are going to know who I'm talking about. I saw her on TikTok for a while, but she came up in my YouTube recommended. And it was this whole video about, hey, like, if you're a woman, like, you got to stop eating the humble crumble. Like,
Yeah.
you've got to accept that, like, you have certain desires for your life and certain things that you want. And some of the barriers to those things that you want involve taking up more space in your own life and like potentially triggering other people when
Oh,
they
yeah.
see you do
Yeah.
that, because it will. Because some people, this is kind of what I mean, but they resent some of the choices they made in their life, so they take it out on others. They see you living a little bit bigger than they ever allowed themselves to be, and they hate that. And so they'll try and say
right.
it's some moral thing, like especially like this is what she said in the video. Like in the modern day, it's about like your morals. It's like, oh well, who does she think she is?
Exactly. Yeah, and the things that I'm more proud of that I've done are the things that like the biggest
Are bigger.
like the one of the huge thoughts when like starting whatever or doing whatever was like, oh, people are going to think that I'm really full of myself in this way. you know?
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
And
I
then
get that.
and then you do it and
You're like, okay.
some people are like, yeah, he's full of himself and that's why he did that. And some people are like, oh, he's got other reasons, But that's for them to decide, Like I have my own
And it's not your
I have my own
responsibility to-
motivations and feelings for the things that I do, and I try to do the best that I can for myself and the people that I care about. And and if people take that as me being arrogant or whatever, I'm okay with that,
Yeah.
And I think I am it to a certain degree, and I'll own that, But I don't think
Yeah.
that arrogance is 100% a bad thing. Like the difference.
isn't arrogance,
The
but I
difference
know what you're
between
talking about.
arrogance and courage is very, very small.
I understand what you mean.
Arrogance and confidence and
Yeah.
courage. Those things are all so connected.
For sure, based on how anyone perceives it at any given moment. I'm glad I met you at a time in my life where I had already kind of worked through a lot of the stuff of like, I'm so, not like, oh, I'm so worried what other people think of me, but I think my whole reality and how I thought of myself had to be based in what other people thought of me. Because how do I know that what I'm perceiving about who I am is right? Because I'm me, and I can't perceive how I really am.
Yeah.
How do I have the right to believe certain things about myself when I can't perceive myself from the outside? Aren't the outside perspectives what's more
Yeah.
correct about who I am? I have to be good at all times. I can't make anyone think any bad things about me. But then this was like literally the work of 2025, like not to like section my life into years, but I don't think I even remotely became okay with, oh, all I can do is show up to my life honestly and be who I am and
Yeah.
go up for what I want. And the responses of others don't mean anything. It has everything to do with them and what they're going through in their life. Their perception of you is all about them. It actually has nothing to do with you. And I think that was one of the most freeing things I could have ever like learned or actually absorbed into my body and felt like, oh, it really is safe to just like live your life how you want, and your identity doesn't have to do with whatever other people are going through and how they're going to plaster that onto you and what they think of you. So because I agree with you when you're saying that stuff about like, oh, like the blend of arrogance and confidence and blah, blah, blah. Like you have also accepted as a truth, like, oh, yeah, it's not my responsibility. I just do the best I can and blah, blah, blah. I didn't really start to like actually absorb that until like maybe the end of 2024. And so like, and if I'm being honest, I think a lot of that work and that like reperspectivizing was kind of kickstarted by like some of the work I did in my nervous system course training. Ruby Rose Fox is a baddie. I really enjoyed her like nervous system and the arts certification course. I did it so that I would be a better teacher, but I honestly like learned a lot about it. I apply it to my own performing and like my own life. It fixed my life a lot more than I thought it would. I was like, oh, I'm allowed to exist, and it doesn't matter what others think. I don't know. I'm glad we view that similarly.
Yeah. So you said that like you're glad that you met me after that. Why is that? Like, why is that?
I don't know.
It's interesting.
Oh, that's a fair question, I guess. But like, I mean, I don't really like the version of myself that like was prior to that. Like she was fine.
She was fine.
She's fine.
She was doing her best.
She was doing her best. She had some stuff she had to work through. But like, I'm in a way more grounded place in my life. Not to be like, I'm so glad you don't know that version of me, because she still lives in me somehow. But it's like, I've gotten her to be a little quieter, and like actually she doesn't really talk much anymore. I'm just living. I'm just like going to work and getting it done and learning my music and like doing my roles and auditioning. Like you just do it. Yeah. You just do the best you can.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Has that always felt organic to you to just live as you are and not and know that how people react to you is just like their responsibility and their problem and not yours?
Honestly, that's hard, because like my immediate answer is like, yes, I have been, but yes, I have been, but it was so much harder growing up, and I haven't really felt confident about it. Like I haven't felt confident or good that I am that way until recently.
Really?
Yeah, like you know.
Did other people try to make you feel bad for the fact that you were that way?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And like when I started my quartet, you know, like.
Really?
I started a barbershop quartet in high school. It's like, I want to have fun singing with my friends, you know?
Yeah.
And then there were people that were like, oh, you know, whatever, this isn't good. You're like, this isn't good, or why did you do this whenever you have this, or blah, 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 blah. It's like, but it was hard to like live through that. And the same thing, like whenever I was in bands and stuff like that, it's like hard to live through that.
Everyone has something to say.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And I've always done it, but it's not been. It's gotten a lot easier over time.
So it's been a more organic part of how you move through the world, but you were always facing the backlash and the flack potentially.
Yeah,
like
it got easier it got easier, and maybe there's. I honestly I don't think there's less. I think it's the same amount.
Wow.
You know, well, that's like I'm talking about like producing my own stuff, and just sort of living in a way that's not
entrenched and worrying about.
Yeah, going with the flow. Like I have always been like the person that swims upstream, and it's like I think I've gotten better at it over time, and that's made it sort of easier, even though it's still, you know, it's still upstream. Like you're still going against the flow of things, but
that's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't think I accepted that I was, because at the end of the day, like certain mindsets keep you safe for a while. Mm-hmm. Like I thought that thought of like, if I'm constantly striving to be good to everyone, or like having everyone view me as good and doing everything that'll help with that, then I will be safe and I will not face harm or discomfort or whatever. The minute I accepted like, oh, I'm free to let go of wanting that control over what people think of me. But with that, you have to be ready for like things to come up or to upset people.
Yeah.
That was what I
exactly.
was so unwilling to face for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But the minute I actually accepted, like, oh, people will have things to say, and like, as I let go of that need, like, some people might not like me anymore, or
Yeah.
like might not want to be my friend. Like, rethinking all of that completely affected how I showed up in my relationships. With people.
Exactly. And that's what's been hard for me recently is like people see what I do or whatever, and like they form an opinion about me. Whereas like, you know, I'm just trying to do the best I can with what I have for myself and the people around me. But other people form an opinion about me, and it's like, why are you forming an opinion about me? Form an opinion about my work. That's fine. Form an opinion about
Art criticism
whatever.
is a totally different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, or even the way that I'm doing things. But it's whenever it becomes personal that I'm like, can we just
You don't know your
disagree and live separately? You know, like
Yeah.
live separate lives, doing separate things. That's fine. You
Yeah.
know, which is kind of hard.
It is hard.
Don't want to go into like super in-depth details.
No, but that makes
I don't think
sense.
it's interesting, but yeah,
It's hard.
yeah,
Yeah,
But-
letting, like, showing up to my relationships out of a place of like, I just love them, and I want to talk to them, and I want to like know what's going on with their life. Like, I've always organically cared
Yeah.
about what's going on with people and their lives,
Yeah.
my friends and whatever. But the minute I fully let it become that, without any sense of like, I must be good friend, like,
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised with myself. I was like, oh, I literally do just care about my friends and organically want to know like what's going on with them.
yeah,
I think I was background afraid of like a lot of it is entrenched in I must be a good friend and therefore I will text you and reach out. But like,
Yeah.
no, I really do care. But like with that, I've highlighted a lot of people that like I can't please everyone all the time. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people. And the moment I became a little easier on myself about, oh, like I can't talk to everyone all the time, where I'd be sitting replying to texts all day long. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it became easier. And with that, I was like, okay, you know what? Some people, I might make some people sad or hurt some feelings, but like, I'm always there if they want to communicate that to me, and like, we can go from there, and maybe I can do better if it's like
Yeah.
truly a problem. But like, there's a lot of freedom.
Yeah,
There's
and
freedom.
it's like it's hard because it's like I feel like I do something or you know like I do something that is like different from what everyone else is doing. People look at me and then they form an opinion about me, not about what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
They form an opinion about me based on what I've done,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's when it becomes a personal issue
Mm.
that like I don't feel like we need to deal with. You know,
Yeah.
that's what makes me stressed is whenever it's like these personal things that are like it wasn't like there was nothing personal about my going into or my there was nothing personal about my decision to do anything that I've done, you know, for anyone outside of the people that I care about in my life. You
Yeah.
know, of course I've thought about them, you know, but
you just do what
it's
you want
hard.
to do.
Yeah,
And
it's hard.
and now your job to control them. That's okay.
Yeah.
They can think whatever they want to think.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of our art, like in the industry as a whole, I feel like it could become more expansive work if, and this is, I'm talking to myself here too, going into auditions knowing that it doesn't, like I don't need to control what that panel's going to think of me.
Yeah.
And like I'm allowed to make a kooky, crazy, quacky choice and like let it be what it
Yeah.
is. Because guess what? It makes the art more interesting. Like if you...
Yeah.
Not saying like do some acting choice that makes no sense, like stick within the character and like do your craft the way you think it makes sense
Yeah.
to you. But that's the thing,
Do what you
do
wanna
your
do,
craft
exactly.
the way it makes sense to you.
The way that you wanna do it,
Go
yeah.
into the room and show up and know that you're not in that room for them. You're there to just show up as the artist you are, and then they can decide if that's for them. I think sometimes because we were following tradition, like opera's a traditional art form, we've got to stay within the lines like so concurrently. But no, like we can get zany with it. Like we can, we can get a little crazy.
Yeah, I can get
like,
zany with it.
Art moves forward when we let what comes up come up.
Yeah.
And if a panel doesn't like that, that's their problem. But I don't know. I get we go into this thing to get hired. I get we go in to get hired, and so we try to keep it safe and maybe a
yeah,
little plainer for that
sure.
reason. But I don't know. We also care about the art form moving forward.
And I
who
mean,
knows,
I
we
don't
might bring
know how
something
many
they
of us
like.
are really getting hired. You know, I mean, how many of us are really getting hired?
People our age? Well, not many.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, especially people our age. But how many of us that love doing this thing are really getting hired and are really like, if I don't get this, I'm gonna, like, most of us have day jobs and most of us have other things.
Of course.
So it's like that's what's hard about it, is that like we like hold it up as the career, the industry, whenever like anybody else that does the stuff that we do considers it a hobby.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
like
And there's a certain degree to which that is helpful and,
that's
like
not
helps
a
the
bad
art.
thing at all.
Yeah.
Like you know, I love playing Pokemon cards, and it's like they call, like there are tournaments that people win money on. There are sponsors that, like, you know, I'm pretty sure that like the top people are like sponsored, and they like that's what they do for a living.
Fierce.
You know, but
That's so cool.
but even the commentators of these card games are like, blah, 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 blah. This new thing is going to change the hobby, is going to change the blah, 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 the hobby. Yeah, they call it a hobby, and I think it makes it a more...
It makes it lighthearted organically.
And the
makes
opera
it
people
more-
are going to be like, don't call my singing a hobby.
I know.
You know?
And I get it. We
And
take
that
it
makes
so
sense, and that makes
seriously that
sense.
it's like,
And-
yes.
And that
We go study, we go
100%
get
makes
degrees.
sense. But that raises the stakes so much and makes it so much harder to
And it locks down the art.
express yourself authentically and enjoy doing the thing.
There it is.
I don't know.
There it is. No, there it is. And if we can accept both truths of like we care about this and we take it seriously, but also my craft deserves me approaching this in a more lighthearted fashion.
Yeah.
I think the happier everyone could be. It's hard.
Yeah,
It's so much easier said than done.
it
And I'm
is
still working
definitely
on
an
finding that
art.
balance.
Yeah. It's definitely an art before it's an industry.
Yeah, which we all
Like
know. But it's
everybody
like-
says the opera industry, the opera industry, the opera industry. Like it's the coal industry or something like that.
Yeah.
Like there's not a big need for it, and there's not a big, you know,
We're not in the
there's not
OR.
a big market for it.
we're not doing surgery.
It's an art, you know.
Yeah.
And I think
And it's valuable service.
and I think the
But-
market or the industry or whatever would follow if people treated it more like that.
mentally
you know,
in the
yeah.
act of creating the art.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
doing it and choosing it every day.
Yeah.
Art is a choice.
Yeah. Talking about fears. I've got another one you in here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm sort of recently afraid of falling off the stage.
Are you for real right now?
Yeah.
Crazy work.
Yeah, like
Falling into the pit.
falling into
Breaking
the
in the
pit,
instruments,
falling off the stage,
crashing into the timpani.
I think it's because I slipped and fell in the snow and like hurt myself real bad recently.
Traumatized yourself.
I'm fine. I'm fine, but I'm like, oh my god, if I like did that while I I was just like leaving the house. I was like, if I did that on stage and people saw me fall and hurt myself, like, oh my god, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like I would 100% be laughing, like almost immediately. But like,
Can I tell you something?
yeah, have you fallen off the stage?
Well, I'm glad you are bringing this up because you remember when I fell at your production. You just
you
described
didn't fall off the stage.
No,
though.
but that humiliation that you're talking about.
Oh yeah, nobody.
And I felt
nobody thought
bad
about
because
it.
there was no way for me to talk to you about it
Yeah,
until
we
we
didn't
were
really
like
get the
until we had some
chance to.
space from that
Yeah.
moment, and I also needed space from that moment. But like, I didn't want to feel embarrassment.
exactly.
I wished
Yeah.
I could just like get up and dust it off. But what was hard was that's all anyway. Like I gave this kick-ass performance that I worked so hard on for so
Yeah.
long, and it felt like that moment, like falling on the stage is so out of character for Queen of the Night that it's like you can't recover from that because everyone knew it was a mistake
You
and it
did,
shouldn't
though.
have happened. I
You
did,
did,
and
though.
I still went like when I
Yeah,
left.
and it wasn't during an important moment, which is
Thank God.
good. Like you
That
weren't
one
even
sucked.
singing when you're on stage at
Thank
that
fucking
point.
God.
so-
It was just meant to be a funny bit, so it kind of
Yeah.
worked. But like
It
when
was
acetose
fine.
is supposed to be funny. Anyway.
Yeah,
so,
it was
but,
fine.
But what was crazy was the fall was so loud and everyone, the
Yeah,
whole cast
I was
was
glad you
backstage.
were okay.
The
I
whole
was
cast
really
was
glad you were
backstage. So when
okay.
I rounded the corner to race to the other side of the stage to make the scene, the
Yeah.
quintet for Queen, the whole cast is like, like, ooh, which was understandable, but like, it's that feeling of like,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, everyone saw that. It's a lot, but falling off the stage is
yeah.
something else.
Like the Figaro that I did, that, you know, from our last episode that we talked, or our 2 episodes ago, I don't know.
Yeah.
The pit was deep. Like,
Yeah.
it was a deep
Kinda
pit.
scary.
And I was like, and I'd like on, you know, like whenever I'm like performing, I'm not thinking about the edge of the stage at
No.
all. Like, and I actually think that I'm like, one of my strengths is that I'm usually pretty darn aware of like my surroundings and where everyone is and where things are on
Yeah.
stage. Like I feel like I have a good sense of that, like,
Yeah.
you know, where I am in relation to everything else. But yeah, I was like, that pit is deep. And I never had to get super close to it, but I'm like, if I fell in, like, I would not only, if I fell off the stage into the pit, I would not only hurt myself, I would hurt multiple other people pretty bad.
Scary, scary.
And yeah,
I
I've
like it.
just been thinking about that. And because, well,
Just thinking about that lately.
in the second to last performance of the Yeston Phantom
By the way,
concert,
Caden fucking crushed it. So
Thanks.
good.
Thanks.
So good.
It
You're
was
insane.
fun. It was
Caden's
fun to wear the
insane.
mask and
Such a good
sing.
singer. Such a good actor. You're not
Thank you.
real. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, just gotta
It
toot
was
your horn
fun
a little bit.
But you know, it was like in a black box theater. It was like a big black box
Mm-hmm.
theater, had like platforms that were the stage. It was cool. It was a cool setup.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a moment during the second to last show where I'm like supposed to grab like one of the other guys and like bring him.
Yeah.
Like the cops are shooting at the Phantom, and the Phantom like grabs this guy and like brings him back.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad. He was closer to the edge of the platform, and the platform's only like a foot high, maybe.
Yeah.
But he was closer to the edge of the platform, so I was like, I'm afraid if I get up there, then we'll both like fall backwards off the platform. So I was like, I'm gonna stay down here. But he was planning on me being back there, so like I was like holding his shoulders and like trying to bring like you know, like make it look like I'm like, you know, really grabbing him and stuff. And I like to think that I try to be really gentle convincing but really gentle when I'm doing stuff like that. But like he stepped back expecting me to be up there on the platform, but he wasn't. So when he stepped back, he was expecting the platform to be there. So he like kind of fell, but it looked like I grabbed him by the shoulders and just like threw him down on the floor. It totally looked like that, and I felt so bad. And he was such he's such a great guy, and he ended up being fine. But I felt awful. It's like, and he was totally fine. And it just like looked super intense, and he was making jokes. We were both making jokes about it afterwards, but I felt bad. It's like, yeah, it's like those things are.
Yeah.
even
It's scary.
walking on stage kind of was like interesting.
Yeah.
Like, because I had to walk so slow. I'm like thinking about all of the muscles in my legs, so I'm not like
what to activate.
I'm not like
not.
wobbling. It's so interesting, and I
Stomping
never
out of
like
the stage.
like I sucked at ballet for the semester that I took. And I never did marching band, so I was like, how can I like walk and make this look smooth and cool?
So you had one semester of ballet? It was one
I
semester?
dropped out right before the final.
Right.
I've told you about that. I had one semester of ballet and was bad at it the whole time. Like, I don't think I got better between the first day of class and the week before the exam.
That's so beautiful. I could cry.
But
ain't that the way? Speaking of like walking, I think like the most terrified I'd ever been to walk on stage was when I supered at Lyric.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. So it was a production of Rigoletto. Lots of money. Lots of people in the audience.
Lots of people.
And your one job is to walk onto the stage.
Too.
My one job is to walk on stage and not fucking trip.
And you had a big old dress too, right?
Yes. Huge part of that. Because the problem was I had a long train and the scene involved like the whole like male chorus of the Chicago Lyric Opera like running around in circles in mass around the stage, and you had to keep up with them. And like, so literally it would either be me or another superwoman like hiking up the train and like running with the grapes and running with the because like
with the grapes.
So we walk on. This is the way it went. We all like walked on in a line, and I led the line.
You were like as a prop because you were like feeding them to the guys, right?
Yeah, it was like we're part of the courtesan group, and so like we walk in, and like we look out into the audience, and we're like, and then we like turn around and like go back there and like serve the food to the guys.
That's crazy. I saw you in that.
You saw Rigoletto?
Yeah. I was way in the back.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I can't believe we haven't talked about that. Yeah, I saw. I was literally like top balcony in the back. I was like,
no way.
There's nobody else around. I wish I would have brought a 20-piece chicken McNugget into this show because I'm by myself. I'm so hungry. I bought a soda, and I would have just been up there watching an opera, eating a 20-piece chicken McNugget, having the time of my life.
You got your opera binoculars in one hand, you got your nuggets in the other.
And ever since that, every time I go to the opera, that's what I want to do. But
well, it should.
I don't want to get kicked out for life because I tried to smuggle in a 20-piece chicken McNugget into the Chicago Lyric.
What if we got the numbers up in the Opera House by allowing the chicken McNugget into the house?
The operas are so long.
Or what if Wendy's paired up with the intermission like bar service, and you can go get you a pizza slice at the opera.
Yeah.
Like, I think we'd do numbers. Yeah. When I talked to my manager at the restaurant I worked at, she told me she went to the opera for the first time. She saw Daughter of the Regiment when Lisette Oropesa was doing it at Lyric. And she was like, I loved the opera. I was like, really? She was like, yeah, I loved it. I had my drink. Like,
yeah.
I was wasted. I was like, that's great.
Everybody likes the
She wasn't actually wasted. Cool, I'm totally joking. But like, she loved it for that reason. She's like, I love that you can have a little drink or whatever. I was like, that's
and everybody loves that. I don't do that. So I'm like,
that's
so
different.
I'm there, fully
raw dog and your soda and the chicken nugget.
No,
but like, that's fine. We should have more small treats, little dopaminergic rewards.
And that's
reward the people for coming to the opera. You paid a lot of money. Get you a little pizza slice and a little dopaminergic reward.
Exactly. My brain rotted ass cannot sit through a 3-hour show without a second or a third stimulus going. Like, even though it's great.
Second idea to get numbers up. We have like a Minecraft play screen like off to the side during the show.
Minecraft parkour.
So you have the show, but you have the Minecraft parkour off to the left.
Oh my god,
that's how you get them to come.
Yeah,
we get a whole new generation coming in.
The old ladies would not go for that, but who knows? We may not need them after that.
That's what I'm saying. Get in the new ones. Get in the new ones. Screw children's opera. Get the Minecraft play on the side.
With the snacks and the opera, I was like super into it until we went to a Mall in the Night Visitors, and me and Justin had that popcorn. We wanted to sit in the back. We wanted to sit in the back, but then they were like, "Oh yeah, go sit in the front." So we sat we sat in the front row, didn't we? We were in the front row.
Second, second or third.
Yeah, second, because there was a handful of people in front of us in the first row. Mm. So we were in the second row, but right center in this little bitty theater.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's like me and Justin, who's the Figaro. We were like, oh my god, there's popcorn. Let's get popcorn. This will be great to sit and watch an opera and be able to eat popcorn. One thing about me, I make a huge mess with popcorn at the movies, and I try not to. It's like I grab it and then it just like explodes. No, it explodes toward my face and everywhere. And it's like something about like I can't get the amount of popcorn that I want in my hand that I want in my mouth. So I'm always it's awful. It's awful.
Beautiful.
And anybody that's been to the movies with me knows this. like it's probably bad, but it's
guys, come in the chat. This Caden made a huge fucking mess when he goes to the movies.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
My buddy Zach that we go to the movies all the time.
Elijah will know.
He knows. Elijah knows.
Elijah will know. Yeah. Elijah, you're in the episode again. Sorry.
I was eating popcorn and I like handful and like I like lost it all as I was like trying to put it in my mouth. It like went all over me. And then my friend, he like grabbed in the bucket and just threw a handful of popcorn at his own face to make fun of me. And it's like, yeah, that was not far from exaggeration.
Like, and you're right.
Just
and you're right.
like not even moving the elbow. Just totally ripped. Yeah, but
That's
and then
fierce.
I was trying, so I was like, you know, I love popcorn in a movie,
Yeah.
but like at the opera, it was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so distracting if I really go at this popcorn the way that I want to go at this popcorn.
What was so funny was like I can't remember if it was you
And
or
I had
someone
the
else, but you
soda,
had the
too.
Coke. You had the Coke Zero. And you're like it's not too quiet. Like you
When's
did
a
it at an
good
okay time. But like in the opera house. Like okay. like sometimes you would try to crunch. You're in your crunch and I was like, bitch, where to go?
Yeah, so it's like, you
was
know,
funny.
I'm so torn. That's why we need chicken McNuggets. I think they're quieter.
A quieter
Yeah.
option for everyone.
Sponsored by McDonald's.
Come on, Wendy's, get in here.
Episode.
Go sponsor at the opera. It's fine.
Yeah, anybody that wants to send sponsors, anybody that wants me to smuggle chicken nuggets into the opera
And make a TikTok about it.
and make and
So you saw
document it.
Rigoletto.
I did. Yeah, I
Sorry you
did.
didn't have chicken McNuggets. It probably would have been better.
It would have been better, but it was okay.
Throw some grapes up there for you.
Yeah, and I knew that you were in it, I think, at the time.
Really?
But I was so far back. I was like, I probably did see you. Like I saw, you know, the huge dress. But I was like, oh, I don't know if
Crazy.
I don't know if she's in it like this day or something. Like I didn't know if the supers like alternated or something like that.
Did every show. Yeah. I think that was like, I was so nervous to walk. Because like it was happened correctly. It was fine. But there had been several times in the dress rehearsals. And it was no one's fault. It was just very tightly packed staging. And my train was there. And like people had to be very mindful of my train. And I had to be mindful of my own train in some ways.
Was everybody's as long as yours?
No, there was one or two other
handful?
people that had a similar dress, and the
Yeah.
train was like somewhat long. Mine was really long. It was
Interesting.
very stressful.
Interesting.
There was one time where I did like fully trip. I still caught myself, so it's like not anyone knew, but it was like
Yeah,
still embarrassing
sure.
for me. I was like, oh.
Yeah, people watching.
Yeah,
in the
because
audience probably
we walk
couldn't
out
tell.
straight in a line, face the audience, like go back, serve the grapes, grab a guy, go off stage. Come back on stage maybe 1 minute later with the whole chorus, and then you're on for the rest of the 20-minute scene.
Yeah.
But it was really nice supering and having it only be like one scene.
Yeah,
And then
that's pretty
honestly,
cool.
we were sent home.
Yeah,
after
Chicago
that.
Lyric debut. Yeah.
Nuts. That is what it said in the program. That
That's
was
cool.
nuts.
That's cool.
Nuts. I loved supering. And like I enjoyed getting exposed to that space and being around those people
Yeah,
in a more
sure.
non-stressful manner. In a way
Yeah.
that's just like, okay, let's just act and be embodied and like get to know people. And it was so cool. It was so
Yeah,
cool. I
that's
would do it again
cool.
in a heartbeat. I wanted to audition for Bohème, but it overlapped with a couple shows I was doing. And I was like, I got to put the singing first, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to do that. Make a choice about what
Sure.
you audition for and don't.
Yeah, it's a lot going all the way down there, for all those shows and.
I would take the
rehearsals,
Metro. I
imagine.
loved it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
loved it. I loved
That's
taking
really
the
good.
Metro.
Taking the Metro for a month
Something
or
like that.
so is
Just
nice.
like walking. I felt like I was
But,
my mom
like-
going to work downtown in
Yeah.
a building. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not a computer programmer, but like I'm having a great time walking
No,
downtown, going to
and
work.
that's how it was like starting grad school because I took the Metro every day, and it was like the first 4 or 5 months was fun, and I liked being able to read, but then by the end it was like get me off of this thing. I don't know.
That's how
I'm
my
just-
mom got eventually.
I'm just not
for commute.
super into being
a
in
commuter.
the city anymore.
Yeah,
You know.
I get it. Downtown is also its own beast.
Yeah.
Like
I'm a rural Illinois boy, rural Southern
do
Illinois
you
boy
get to
at
spend
heart.
much time in the neighborhoods ever? Or are you? I guess you're mostly downtown when you're
Yep,
there.
yep.
That is so nuts.
And a lot of my friends are
Most
in
Chicagoans
the,
don't spend time there unless
Yeah.
it's for work.
No, exactly. And a lot of my friends are in like in the neighborhoods, but in some of the more busier neighborhoods.
Like West Loop or
Yeah, well, yeah, and it just feels almost the
Like the
same.
city.
Yeah, like I mean, it's a little bit different, but it's still like I love to be able to take my car and park outside of the place. You know,
when you
call
came to
me,
DePaul, was
call
that
me
your first time
whatever,
in
but-
Lincoln Park?
I don't think so. I just throw on the map and go.
Cool.
But yeah, I think I'd been to like a church over there at some point.
Cool.
Yeah,
I love Lincoln
It's
Park.
it's a nice area.
Yeah. Bougie Pig. We got to go back. I love that place. That's my favorite place for
Yeah,
lunch.
it'd be fun.
It's so good. Anyway, guys, thanks for sticking around. We're going to find that number for you real quick so you can call us and tell
Sounds
us your
good.
tea because we want to hear your tea.
That's right.
That number is going to be 224-423-5218.
224-423-5218. Leave us a voicemail.
Please do. Tell us what's going on in
Yeah.
your operatic life. Tell us if anything crazy happened. It doesn't even have to be crazy.
It doesn't have to be crazy.
Doesn't even got to be crazy. If you want us to speak on something,
Yeah.
we will speak on it.
Or if you have a hot take about a composer or something like that,
yeah.
and you want to hear me disagree with you,
Comment below if you'd like to hear Caden disagree with you. No, actually, no,
That's
just call
funny.
us. Literally,
Yeah.
just call us. Don't even bother leaving a comment. Or do both. Bofa. Why not?
both of them.
Both of them. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.